Hello guys, welcome to my channel and thanks for watching the video. This is the 8th video of the CSS Simply from A to Z tutorial. And in this video, we want to talk about position and how we can use position in CSS. Before starting, let's define briefly what position is. Position property specifies the type of positioning method that will be used for an element and has some types like static, relative, fixed, absolute, and sticky, and we will talk about all of these types of positions in this video. And after setting the position property for the element, we can use another property that is called top, bottom, left, and right, and so we can position our element. So let's go. And as you see here, I have created a new project for this video. So if you don't know how it is, you can go back and watch the first video in this tutorial. And as I say always, any likes, comments, or subscribe from your side will be truly and friendly appreciated. Thanks a lot. Good, let's start it. First, I just set a topic for this video, and it will be, for example, I want to learn position in CSS. I want to learn position in CSS, for example, will be the title of our work. And after that, I open another tag, and this tag is, some of the guys says it will be called as div, and some others says it is called as div. So it is up to you, but I would personally say div. What this tag is, and this tag defines a division or a section in an HTML document, and it will be used as a container for HTML elements, and you can put any content and any tag that you want in this tag. Good. I set an ID for that. It will be, for example, P1, because I want to use this tag more and more times, so we need IDs. And here I type, I have relative position, for example. So relative position, a tag with this position will be positioned to its normal position in the document. Good. Now we go to CSS and we call our tag so that we can see the tag a little bit better. So I set some other properties for that, like border, we say 4 pixel, and will be solid type of that, and green, yellow will be the color. And after that, we set a width for this tag. It will be 400 pixels, for example, and height will be 200 pixels. So as I said, these properties so that we can see the tag better and where the tag is. So I save everything here. We go to the browser, and I refresh it, and you see here is our div tag, our container tag with these properties. Good. Now we want to set a position for that. So for setting a position, we type position simply, and after that we select position, and here we should define the type of the position that you want to use. In this case, we say relative, for example, the normal position of the tag in the HTML document. And after that, with the use of top, bottom, left, and right, we can change the normal position of this tag. For example, we say left must be 50 pixel or whatever you want, and I save it. We go back, we refresh the web page, the browser, sorry, and you see that now the tag is 50 pixel away from the left side of the document. You can of course set two position properties for that. For example, top we say 100 pixels also, and if I save it and refresh the browser, you see that now it is 100 pixels to the downside and 50 pixels from the left side. So With the use of position relative, we can change the normal position and place of a tag in our document. We go back. I open this tag one more time, div, and we set another ID for that, p2, for example. And here we say I have fixed position. So fixed position. What is a fixed position? An element with this position will be positioned relative to the viewport, and it means that it always stays at the same place, even if you scroll the page. Now we check, we set some property for that, and we check how it will be. Good. I just make a copy paste of these properties here so that we can have the same box, but this time for the position we set fixed, for example, and after that we say, for example, right from the right side 10 pixel, and from top 100 pixel. I save everything. We go back and we refresh the page, and you see that we have another box here that has a 10 pixel distance from the right side and 100 pixel distance from the top side. So you may ask, what is the difference between these two boxes with different positions? They are similar and you cannot see the difference. It is a very good question, and now I set another property so that we can see the difference here. So I open another title, for example, H2, and we say now you can scroll down, for example, and for this tag H2, I set a property, padding, button, for example, 2000 pixel. I just set this property 2000 pixel. This property so that we can have scrolling also. I save it, we go back. So now you see that we can have the scrolling here, and if I here type some break, another one, break, sorry, again, break. So we save everything here, we go back one more time so that it will be better and we can see everything. So good. Now we can scroll down here, you see, and if I scroll down, we can see the difference between these two type of different positions. So I scroll down, you see that the first one with a relative position goes up, but this one stays, and it does not matter how long you scroll the page. An element with a fixed position stays where it is. So that is the difference between these two positions. Now we set another type of position for another element. Here I just open another edge, for example, we say H2, this one, this time, and so that we have good. Now you can see the sticky position, for example. Now we want to talk about a sticky position. What it is. And after that, I open another div, and this one, the ID will be P3. In here we type, I have a sticky position. Good. Div ID P3, we go to the CSS file, we call the tag, and I make a copy paste of these things again here, so that we have the same boxes. And after that, we set position property for that. Position will be sticky. And top will be 0, for example. Now we save everything and we go back and we see what will be happen. Okay, now you have a sticky position because, okay, here we have H2 and H2. So I change it because we have two H2. So the padding property will affect both of them. I change the name of them so that we can see everything here better. Okay, now you can see the sticky position. This box has a sticky position. Now I scroll down and we see what happened. You see that the box goes up until the top will be 0 pixel, and after that it remains there. And if I scroll down, it remains there. But first it goes up. It goes up until the top will be 0 pixel. Why? Because we have set here top 0 pixel. So first the top will be 0 pixel, and after that this box remains. One more time, you see that it goes up, top will be 0 pixel, and after that it stays. So what happened if you here set 10 pixel, for example, instead of 0 pixel? I save the files, refresh the page, and I scroll down again. This time it goes up until the top is 10 pixel. You see here, now we have 10 pixel distance here. And after that it remains. So that is the effect of sticky position. And position will be sticky with the top or down. This position is good for the elements that you want to set either at the top of the page or on bottom of the page. Good. The second one will be position absolute. So here for this tag with the ID P1 here, we have the relative position, and now we want to use the absolute position also. So I make I press enter. Inside this tag with the position relative, I open another tag. Again, one more time div. So we set ID for that. This time it will be ID 4, for example. And here we type I have an app. So I don't know how I should type absolute position, for example, absolute position. And you have to notice that this tag with the absolute position is inside another tag with a relative position, and the absolute position will position a tag or an element according to the nearest positioned ancestor of this tag. So in this case, this one will be the ancestor of this tag here inside it. So this one, I mean the tag inside the first one, get its position from here. Good. Now we go to CSS with a practical example. It will be clear what I mean here. Make a copy paste of these things again here. paste here, but this time it will be a little bit smaller, so I change it to 100 to 200, this one to 100, and position will be absolute, and top, for example, will be 20 pixel, and right will be 10 pixel. For example, I save everything here, we refresh the browser, and you see that we have another box inside this one, but this time this box has got its position according to the position of its parent. So the parent has a relative position, and the box inside that has an absolute position, and it gets its position according to here, to this parent. And if I change it, for example, right, top we say 40 pixel, so that we can see the difference better, and right 30 pixel, for example. I save it, we go back, see that it will change its position, but only inside this one, and not according to its position in the whole of the HTML document, but according to this one. So there is another position tab, and this is static, but the static position, an element with this position cannot be positioned in a specific way. So I would say the static position is exactly like the default position of an element in the HTML document. So guys, that's it about the position. The position property is very important in your website. With the use of position, you can set the tag wherever you want in your website. So one more time, it was a sticky position, it remains, and the fixed position, and the absolute and relative position you have here. That's it, guys. We are done, and thanks for watching the video. I hope that you like it.